Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Roshan and today's video is all about the book recommendations for psychology optional paper. And those of you who are thinking of taking up psychology as their optional paper, you can actually refer to these books that I'll mention here in this video, and I hope this video is going to be helpful for all of you. So let's begin with our video. So first and foremost, I take the syllabus here in front of you, where let me see the units. So there are two papers for psychology, paper 1 and then we have paper 2, and paper 1 is all about general psychology topics. So here the name of the paper is Foundations of Psychology, and there are total 14 units. And for paper 2 also the same, there are 14 units, and paper 2 is more about the application of psychology in various fields, and the name of the paper is Psychology Issues and Applications. So for paper 1, let's see which books to go for. But the most important thing that you have to do as starters of psychology optional paper, you can go for the NCERT textbooks class 11 and class 12 at the very beginning, because these will help you to set the base. It will help you to clear your concepts properly, okay, in the very beginning phase of your preparation. So go for class 11 and 12 psychology NCERT textbooks, so that it's easier for you to then go for the standard textbooks out there. So most recommended NCERT 11 and 12. And those of you who are actually new to this field, because many of the aspirants take up psychology and they are from a different background, not necessarily psychology. So for them, it's all the more important that you first buy the NCERT textbooks and start your preparation, and then go for the other books that I will mention here. Now let's begin with the unit by unit analysis of the syllabus. So the first unit is about the history of psychology, or its definition, and I will recommend this book here, The Comprehensive History of Psychology by Arun Kumar Singh. Okay, he is a very famous author in the field of psychology, and this book has got everything about the history of psychology or the introduction to psychology properly. So you can go for this, because the history of psychology, though here it's a short topic, that historical antecedents of psychology, but it's actually a vast topic to deal with. So go for this book, the different schools of psychology till date, okay, since its emergence, everything has been discussed properly. So you can go for this for unit 1, and also for definition of psychology and its relation with other social sciences and natural sciences, etc. For all those topics, the NCERT textbooks will suffice. So NCERT textbooks, and then for unit 1, this book. Now let's move to unit 2 and 3. Unit 2 is about methods of psychology, and there are other subtopics included, such as types of research, case study, descriptive, evaluative, etc. So you can go through the syllabus, and I hope you already have the syllabus with you, because that's very important that you have the syllabus with you to get to know about the subject and its topics. So methods of psychology, and I will recommend this book. This is also a very good book for research methodology and tests and measurements. The name of the book is Tests, Measurements and Research Methods in Behavioral Sciences. The author is A.K. Singh. Okay, so A.K. Singh, here you go. This book you can actually buy for your research methodology unit from paper 1. Then we have another unit which is research methods. Okay, the name of the unit itself is research methods, but then again there are also statistics topics included in this unit. But again, for unit 3 also the same book, research methodology, and there are other statistics related topics also included in the later section of this book. But for statistics, if you want to buy separate books, you can always go for a standard book, statistics book, and here I will suggest this book, which is Psychology and Education. Okay, Statistics in Psychology and Education by Henry E. Garrett. So this book is also a very good book for statistics, but for someone who is a newcomer to the field of psychology and wants to understand psychology in an easy manner, they can actually then go for this book, which is Statistics in Psychology Education by S.K. Mangal. Okay, so another book for statistics in psychology. So we are sorted for unit 1, 2 and 3. Now let's move to unit 4. Unit 4 is about development of human behavior. That means we will have to study about different topics under developmental psychology. And for developmental psychology, I will suggest this book, which is Developmental Psychology, a Lifespan Approach by Elizabeth B. Hurlock. Okay, Elizabeth B. Hurlock is a very famous author from USA, and this book is also really good for your developmental psychology preparation. All the stages of life in the human lifespan development, those have been separately dealt with very nicely in each chapter. So please go for this book for your unit 4. Now let's move to unit 5. Now here I would like to mention that from unit 5 to 13 basically you can actually read just one book. Why? Let me just go through the names of the unit. Unit 5 is about sensation, attention and perception. Unit 6 is about learning. Unit 7 is about memory. Unit 8 is about thinking and problem solving. Unit 9 is about motivation and emotion. Unit 10 is about intelligence and aptitude. Unit 11, personality. Unit 12, attitudes, values and interests. Though Unit 12 will also pertain to social psychology topics, but then we will come to the discussion. Unit 13, language and communication. Though again from cognitive psychology this may come, but still all these units starting from unit 5 to unit 13, you can actually just read one book, and that book is general psychology, based on general psychology, because all these topics and subtopics are from general psychology. So for general psychology, which book to go for? I have two books with me right now, and I will mention another book, so you can buy any one of this book. Always try to keep your resources limited so that you don't get confused while you're preparation, because too many resources many a times mess up our preparation. So go for one out of these 3 books or any other general psychology book. So the first book that I have with me is this one, Introduction to Psychology by Morgan and King and other authors. So this is a general psychology textbook and it includes everything. You can see the volume of the book. So this book has been with me since my college days, okay, starting from BA to MA. Then also for my NET qualification, this book helped me a lot, and during my PhD level also I have been referring to this book for my the very first phase of your PhD, that is the first 6 months of your PhD, and the coursework, that examination also. So this book helped me a lot for entrance examinations, for PhD, etc. So this is an all-inclusive book. You can go for this book. This was my very first book, okay, and also during my teaching profession as a psychology teacher, also this book helped me a lot. So this book by Morgan and King, by the publication is Tata McGraw-Hill edition, and another book, Psychology by Cicerelli and Mayer, Pearson publication. This is also a very good book, okay, you can go for this book as well, if not that. And another book which I don't have with me right now to show you, but I will mention the name. The name is the author's name is Barron, okay, Barron's General Psychology or Introduction to Psychology. You can see over the online shopping websites, especially in Amazon. I think this is one of the best selling books by Barron. So go for Psychology by Barron. and that will suffice for your whole units from 5 to 13, and this is going to actually cover more than 50% of the syllabus, and that's more than enough. So that's for my general psychology textbook. But still there is this topic called attitudes and other related topics from unit 12, for which I think a social psychology book will be really helpful. You can go for this book, or you can get this book from somewhere. You can borrow this book and get the attitude chapter photocopied for yourself. So the book is Social Psychology by Barron, okay, Pearson publication. So discussion on units 5 to 13 is over, and now let's move to unit 14, which is about certain miscellaneous topics from the field of psychology: issues and perspectives in modern contemporary psychology, computer application in the psychological laboratory, artificial intelligence, etc. So these are from cognitive psychology domain. You can refer to any cognitive psychology book, or you can do one thing, that you can refer to internet resources for these topics. That will be much better option, because you will not get all the topics in one book necessarily. So it's better to actually go for internet resources for all these topics from unit 14. So this is all about paper 1. Now let's move to paper 2. Before starting with the unit by unit analysis, let me mention a very important point here, that there is a very good book. Right now I don't have it with me to show you. The book is by IRS Smarak Swain, and he is actually working as an IRS officer in the present times, and he had cleared UPSC CSE examination with psychology optional, and with the help of his materials he came up with his book on paper 2, that is the application of psychology. Please buy this book from the online shopping apps such as Amazon or Flipkart. You will find the book over there, or maybe I'll put the link in the description box for you to buy. So the book application of psychology or applied psychology, I don't remember properly, but it is all about the paper 2. It is an all-inclusive book and the reviews are really good. So that book by Smarak Swain, IRS Smarak Swain, you can go for that book definitely. And now let's go through a unit by unit analysis of paper 2. The first unit is psychological measurement of individual. So this is all about psycho measurement, okay, measurement in the field of psychology, that is tests and measurements. So we can go for this book again. Here in the first part of this book you will find about the psychological tests, the intelligence tests, personality tests. So this book again, research methodology book by A.K. Singh. Here you will also find tests and measurements in the field of psychology or behavioral sciences for that matter. Unit 2, psychological well-being and mental disorders. So this unit is based on abnormal psychology and clinical psychology topics. That means the symptoms, the causes and the treatment of psychological disorders. You can go for any good abnormal psychology or clinical psychology book. The one that I have with me is that of Carson, Butcher and Mineka Hule. This is the book which I have with me, but you please go for the latest edition, as this is from a student life and it's the 13th edition, and they have followed the DSM-4 TR while depicting about the psychological disorders. You go for the one which has got its updated version based on DSM-5. So buy an abnormal psychology book or a clinical psychology book where you will find these topics, and also you can always take the help of internet resources. Let's move to unit 3, which is therapeutic approaches. And for therapeutic approaches, that means the treatment of psychological disorders, or to study about all the psychotherapies out there. You can refer to the same book again. In the last part of this book there are discussions about the psychotherapies, or you can do one thing, you can buy a book on counseling, okay. For example, I have this book Counseling by Samuel T. Gladding with me. Here they have included various methods of psychological treatment or psychological therapy and counseling. So here we will find a good description of the psychotherapies and counseling methods out there. So you can go for this or internet resources again, because for one unit many people won't prefer buying books. So internet resources are always at your disposal, so go for those. Then another unit, which is work psychology and organizational behavior. You can buy a book or you can actually refer to internet resources. I have this book with me, which is Organizational Behavior by Robbins, Judge and Vohra by Pearson Publication again. So you can actually buy this book for this unit, or you can go for internet resources if you don't prefer to buy book for just one unit. And now let's move to other units one by one. Unit 5, Application of Psychology to Educational Field, internet resources, or you can buy a book on educational psychology. Those of you who are from education background, I am very sure that you already have materials and books on this particular unit, which is educational psychology. So buy a book on educational psychology and you will find all the topics there. Then unit 6, community psychology. And community psychology is a very unique paper in the field of psychology. So we had just one semester where we had community psychology, and we had printouts provided to us by our teachers, professors, and also we took the help of internet resources and got our own printouts and compiled everything together and read those, because not everything was to be found in one particular book. So here again I will suggest you to go for internet resources and get your own compilations of all the topics from this unit. Unit 7, Rehabilitation Psychology, same suggestion, internet resources. Unit 8, Application of Psychology to Disadvantaged Groups, new topic, internet resources please. Unit 9, Psychological Problem of Social Integration, internet resources. Unit 10, Application of Psychology in Information Technology and Mass Media, internet resources, because you won't find a particular book on all these topics. Unit 11, Psychology and Economic Development, internet resources again. Application of Psychology to Environment and Related Fields, internet resources again. Application of Psychology in Other Fields, Military Psychology, Sports Psychology, again unique topics, so please go for internet resources. And the book that I have suggested already by Smarak Swen, I think that will also help you in the long run. And then Psychology of Terrorism, Media Influences on Pro and Antisocial Behavior, and the Unit 14, Psychology of Gender, again unique topics, so internet resources will be only of help. So here I wind up the discussion on the various books and materials for psychology optional for UPSC Civil Services examination, and also for the ones who were sitting for their state civil services examination with psychology as one of their or the only optional. So I hope the video was helpful, and if it was helpful, please do like this video and share your valuable feedback in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel, that's a request from my side, and hope to meet you all again soon, and till then take care, bye bye.